Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Mr. Olanjo, and on my last video I said you should get life insurance if you wanted to protect your investments. So I got some calls, I got some messages, and there's a debate about this life insurance topic, especially in my community. And I decided to come today and talk about this life insurance business. Now, I'm going to tell you about me so that you should have an idea of what you should do. The first thing I'm going to talk to you about is first life insurance and why you need life insurance. I'm going to try to make this very quick. Why do you need life insurance? The only reason you need life insurance is to protect your family in case you die. You have all these families that you've brought to this world, and you have this job that you're working and helping them right now. In case you die, especially you have a young family, you want them to keep going. So you need enough life insurance that is going to get them going until your children are grown. That's the reason you need life insurance. And I said, protect your investment. Your family is basically your investment. The only reason I bought life insurance for myself was to protect my wife and my children. And then what did I do? And then I invested. I put money in the stock market, and I invested in business, and I did other things that was gonna help me double my money, because the only way you can double your money is by investing it. You understand? If you have a life insurance policy, you should please go and look at what you have. You need to know what you have. You need to know the benefit of what you have. You need to know how much your debt benefit is. And you need to also know if that money that your debt benefit, is it enough to cover your family, to give your family that same standard of living that you have right now while you're still alive, when you're gone. You understand? I'll give you my example. I looked at two insurance policies. I looked at the term life, because there are two types of insurance. There's a term life insurance, and there is permanent life or whole life. So I looked at two policies. I looked at the term life, whereby I was going to take an insurance policy for $1 million. So I was younger. I was going to take a policy for $1 million. I had a younger family. So in that $1 million, if anything happened to me, and it was a term life. So that $1 million was going to cover me for a 30-year term. So I was going to be paying a premium on that $1 million for 30 years. And after 30 years, all the money that I've paid will be gone, good and fine. But the question is, how much was I going to be paying for that $1 million? So as a 30-year-old, I took a life insurance policy on me to protect my family for $1 million. So now, 30 years passed, I lost my money. But guess what? My children are all grown. Now they can take care of themselves. In case I died between that time I took the money and 30 years, and my children were still small, they could have inherited $1 million. But guess what? I didn't die. Now, that $1 million policy, I was only paying less than $50 a month on that policy. Less than $50 a month on that policy. So I transferred a lot of risk. I was there working, doing all kinds of risky jobs to raise my family, and investing, doing all kinds of risky investment to invest my family. But I knew that I had this umbrella that is covering my family in case something happened to me. And I was also praying that God should not let anything to happen to me. And then when my children got older, good and fine. I was paying $50 for that $1 million policy at 30. Now I looked at another policy that at 30. So that other policy said I was going to be paying like $250 for that same $1 million policy. I am 30 years old, and I'm paying $250 for $1 million policy every month. So I looked at it, I'm like, $50 for $1 million, $250 for $1 million. I chose the $50 for $1 million. Now they told me that $250, the insurance company was going to invest it so that, and I was going to pay forever. It's not like I had a term. No. There was no term on this one. This is, you're gonna pay $250 on this policy till age 100, till you die, or I don't know, whenever. You understand? So I looked at the both of them and I said, oh, okay. So if I took $200 and invested, I looked at the math for 30 years and still paid $50 for this other insurance that was term, I found out that in 30 years, I'll have so much money that was even more than the money that I was expecting if I died from the insurance company. This is a fact. Go and look it up. So when I told you to invest or to protect your family or to protect your investment, I was not just saying this because I'm trying to sell you some insurance policy. No. My job is to educate you on what to get. If you feel that you want to get an expensive insurance policy to protect your family, go for it if you can afford it. I could not. I know my community, there are people there that cannot. And there are people there that have been asked to do that, and they come to me every day. They come to me, they say, Walanjo, I'm paying this policy. I don't even know what it is. I don't know how much is it. Or, they do. But I'm telling you from my personal experience, if you feel like you have a policy, you have to know what is in that policy. Now, they're going to tell you something like living benefits, disability, you understand, cash value. You have to know all these things. Don't just be hearing people say these things without actually breaking them down and knowing what they mean. If you don't know what they mean, then you're confused. Then you're very, very stupid, because you have to sit down and know what they mean. You're going to be paying money, a lot of money, for something that you don't even know what you are paying for. That's what angers me the most. I cannot be paying money for something I don't know what I'm paying for. My term insurance, I knew I was paying for term, and after 30 years, I lose my money. But guess what? My children are all good. Okay? So that's what I have to tell you about this insurance business. I'm not an insurance agent, or I don't intend to be one, but guess what? I have connections. I have people. I have a group of people that will sit down and help you. If you want to know the truth, we'll put the numbers down. Bring the two sides. Let's sit and no argument. Let's just look at the numbers. And if it makes sense to you, go for it. If it doesn't make sense to you, it's your money. All right? So, as always, thank you for watching. Keep watching, and I'll keep bringing whatever I can get. But I'm not going to mislead anybody in something that did not work for me. I do what works for me. I don't do what I heard that works for other people. No. And bear in mind, our community is struggling. People are struggling to pay bills. You need to get a policy that will protect them very, very, very well, and raise the children. Let them invest. You have to invest. There's no other way you can double your money. You can never double your money if you put it in a life insurance policy. That's a no. Invest it. Like, subscribe, okay? Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. If you're a life insurance guy, okay, let's talk now. If you're investment guy, let me know if I'm right. We're all here to help each other and to get each other to grow. We're not here to scam people. No, please. We're not like that. All right. Thank you again. Happy Sunday. Have a good week, and I wish you the best in your financial journey. In your journey to financial freedom, you have to be financially free. Everybody that watches Walanjo have to be financially free. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Subscribe, like, and share. Ciao.